Hello and welcome everybody to today's session of Crop Commerce. I'm very excited because I know that whatever I'm going to share with you in the next 30 to 40 minutes, it's going to be life-changing as it has done for me, all right? So just thank the person who invited you here because it's going to be something that's totally life-changing, whether you're just looking to make some extra income online or whether you're looking for something that could give you a long-term sustainable business online all over the world with practically zero, virtually no risk, okay? So how is that even possible? And there is no courses to be offered. You no longer have to pay for any courses to learn anything on how to make money online, and everything is provided free for you. And what if there were really is such a thing out there? So I'm going to show you, introduce you to a very disruptive concept called crowd commerce. But before I start, let me introduce a little bit about myself, okay? So my name is Winston. I'm currently almost 40 already. Next year I'll be 40. I'm a father of 3 kids. So this was me in 2009 when I was really stressed, stressed. And I dropped out of college, dropped out of this thing in Singapore called Polytechnic, right? That's like right after high school. And because I figured that I think I wouldn't, if I go to get a job, I'm not going to be able to earn money as well as my dad. I don't come from a poor family, right? Unlike most people, maybe they have a story that they came from a poor background and how they became successful. Now for me, it was a little bit different. I came from a family that my dad was pretty successful, given that he only had a 8-year-old education, all right, formal education. But he's a businessman. So I remember when I got my driving license, the first car I drove was Porsche 911 Carrera RAV4. So I'm not going to kid you that I came from a poor family. But something happened in 2007. But right before that, I figured that if I lost interest in studies because I realized that I wanted to be able to earn like my dad. So I knew that if I get a job, I wouldn't be able to afford the things like the same lifestyle as my dad. So knowing that my dad went into business, I was always keen into doing business. And I read a lot of books like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, and many other books on business. So that actually got me started. Unfortunately, something happened from 1998 to 2007. My dad's business failed. He practically lost everything. And my dad, unfortunately, had cancer and he passed on in 2007 and left my family with a 6-figure debt. So my mom was holding on to a 6-figure debt. So that's my story. So that's when I went into real estate and I was really stressed about the family situation. You can see me and my wife in 2009. I got an award because I did very well in real estate. In fact, because of my prior training while working for my father, I was able to learn how to do presentations, and it was all experience on the go. And then in 2015, I starting crowd commerce, online e-commerce, and which is different from the e-commerce that you'll ever find out there, right? And that's what I'm going to share with you guys today. And that totally changed my life. And now I not only became younger, but I become wealthier, and I built something that my family would enjoy. But in any case, I went to real estate and I did very well. And my first month, I make a 6-figure income, practically because I read more than 40 books on sales and marketing prior to going to real estate. But I'm a father of 3 kids right now. These are my 3 daughters. I have 3 lovely daughters. And oh yeah, by the way, I have not mentioned I'm from sunny Singapore, okay? So I was, when I did real estate in 2009, because of my father's 6-figure debt, I had no choice. I had to find a way out. So because of my prior skills, little did I know that my skill when applied to real estate gave me a really huge payback. In fact, the first month I make a 6-figure income just selling properties using the internet. And with that money that I made, I helped my brother to get a startup capital. And my brother now started his own retail business, my younger brother. So now he has about 15 retail shops around the world. And we have about 12 in Singapore and 3 in Melbourne, and with 2 more restaurants coming up. And this is my brother, and he did so well. And I'm so blessed. I think my father would be very happy right now in heaven. And my brother actually came out on newspaper on the front page. There was an interview on him. And for me, because of my success in real estate, and I became a trainer. I started training real estate agents how to make a consistent 5 to 6 figure a month in real estate. And people pay me 2,000 plus for my class. Although I was helping some students, but because I rely on getting people to pay me for my course to really teach them how to make money in real estate, I didn't quite find fulfilled. It was only until later on I decided to go into real estate, to e-commerce. And that got me to learn about crowd commerce. So today I'm going to share with you a little bit more about what crowd commerce is going to do for you in the next maybe 30 minutes or so, okay? So just to give you a sense, we all know crowd commerce solves major problems in the world. So for example, in the corporate world, if you're a manager or you're a director of a corporate world climbing up the corporate ladder after having many years of slogging and climbing up the corporate ladder, you wouldn't want any of the executives below you to overtake you. But that's a natural thing. So naturally, people are selfish and they don't want to help the people at the bottom to climb up on top of them or take over their job, right? So that's normal because we all have family feet. But not just that, but even in business, it's very competitive. Most businesses don't collaborate. So my online business is not your online business. If I make a profit and I become successful, I'm not going to be able to share with you. You know, there are some that will hopefully share, but most people will not because they'll see you as a competitor. So if you have a restaurant and running a restaurant, people will actually feel that that you are their competitors. So they don't want you to be part of them, and they don't want to share the secrets with you. And even if there are gurus out there who train you and teach you how to do that, at the end they'll still sell you to buy their courses. You know, you're going to buy me something and then buy something from my course, and then I will pay you, and then I'll teach you. And even then, I'm not sure that if they teach you everything. So crowd commerce solves the problem in the sense that, and this can be done online. Imagine a community of entrepreneurs online all having an individual e-commerce stores. And if one person e-commerce stores, did well, the profit, a certain percentage of small profit gets to share among every other e-commerce stores out there. And if every other e-commerce stores out there profit does well, every other e-commerce stores out there also have a share as well. And this is a very interesting concept because, and this could be done all over the world. So imagine having that, and nobody is selfish anymore. Everybody, if my e-commerce business do well, I will naturally want to share with you as well. And if you succeed, many other people in the community will increase our earnings as together. So this is what we call crowd commerce. But I didn't start crowd commerce can be done on online e-commerce, right? So if I want to do e-commerce, what market should I actually go in, right? So I did some research study, and I realized that if you want to know what the whole world is going into, the best person to know is Google, because Google knows what the whole world is searching for, right? So I've been doing a lot of research on huge companies like Google, Apple, Facebook, Alibaba, PayPal, Amazon. I want to know what they're investing into, all right? And because I know where they put the money is, that's where they know where the money is, right? So I did a research and realized that Google started a health tech company called Calico and injected 1.5 billion. And the interesting part is that Apple chairman actually became the chairman of Calico, which is Google's new health tech startup. And it became a conflict of interest because Apple also invested into Calico as well. So, you know, Apple has iOS and Google has Android. They're not really on the same path, right? But strangely speaking, the two of them are going to this market together, this industry of health tech. So that's really interesting. So the next interesting I found out was that Amazon and PayPal, both of them invested lots of money into health tech as well. And not to add on, Oracle, Larry Ellison, invested $370 million US into health tech as well. And so did Mark Zuckerberg put in $3 billion into health tech. Something is going on around here, okay? PayPal invested $350 million into health tech as well. And if you're talking about largest e-commerce in the world, in the world right now, largest transaction is China, and that is Alibaba. Alibaba invested $2.5 billion into health tech, and recently injected another $488 billion into health tech as well. So it's very strange. Why are all these people going to health tech? So that actually got me started with how can I do health tech on crowd commerce? It was by chance that I got to know a doctor about 4 years ago from now. So I'm going to share with you guys a video of this doctor, just a 2-minute video online on TV on what this doctor actually does. So I'm going to turn on my video right now, and I'm going to. Oh, by the way, these are all the sources that you can find based on the articles that I've shown you guys just now. Okay, so I'm going to show you a video right now of the doctor, and I'm going to mute myself so you guys can listen properly.
When doctors perform cancer surgery, they often remove so much tissue that it leaves serious indentations. And when the surgery is done on the face, it can alter a person's appearance.
Health specialist Denise DeDoor joins us now to explain how one doctor has developed a procedure to restore what was taken by the cancer.
I haven't seen anything like this, so take a look at this. The science of stem cells can help doctors restore weak hearts and help heal joints. Now a local doctor is using adult stem cells to reconstruct tissue, nerves, and bone destroyed by cancer and the cancer treatment. It gave hope to one man who was told repeatedly nothing could be done to restore his face. Take a good look at Herschel McCallian's face. You'd never know he used to have a gaping hole on the right side.
I was very sad. I was very angry that the doctors previously, they did the surgery, even though it was the right things to do.
He had a salivary gland cancer that required the removal of part of his jaw.
I had a tremendous amount of pain in my jaw area because of the nerves. They were basically exposed. I looked for a reconstruction surgeon. Most doctors, they did not want to touch me.
That is, until he met cosmetic surgeon Dr. Nathan Newman. He pioneered a new treatment called the stem cell lift. He removes fat from the patient and harvests one of the body's most precious resource, adult stem cells. He then doubles and triples the concentration of stem cells before injecting.
The stem cells is what brings in the new blood vessels, rebuilds the structures, maintains the volume by replacing the fat cells that die off.
Not only can the fat and stem cells be used for cosmetic reasons, Dr. Newman says the stem cells are so smart they can also break up scarring caused by the cancer treatment and rebuild and reconstruct surrounding tissues.
We take these fat cells that are enriched with stem cells and put them next to bone. I can actually grow bone and make that bone stronger and bigger.
Dr. Newman says there's no risk of rejection because you're using your own fat and stem cells. It took about 2 years and about 24 injections. Herschel says nobody can even tell he ever had a dent in his jaw, and the nerves and tissues appeared to have healed.
He has given me my face back. He has given me my confidence back. He has given me my hope back.
All right. And as you guys can see, this is really amazing technology, right? So I got to know Dr. Nathan about 4 years ago, and he was one of the first doctors in the world to use stem cell in health tech, stem cell technology to help someone regenerate their entire bone back. Now that's like X-Men, all right? Well, welcome to the future. But anyway, this was done about 8 years ago. Soon after that, he developed a further technology, which actually it's skin regeneration. So basically, if you could regenerate bone, you could also regenerate skin. So the next 1 minute video I'm going to share with you guys is Dr. Nathan explaining how he developed a technology that could allow our skin to self-repair, self-regenerate. Okay, so look for, just watch the next video. It's going to be very interesting.
This is a topic that literally affects everyone. But what if there was a revolutionary solution? The answer? Stem cells.
Stem cells are basically our fountain of youth. This is what maintains our body's reparative, regenerative abilities. As we age, every cell breaks down and needs to be replaced, and what replaces it is the stem cells.
By using stem cells, a company has developed a special growth factor complex that heals our cells and slows down the appearance of the aging process. The process begins with the search for the best stem cells in the human body. The stem cells are found within the body's fat layer. By using a sterile and specialized syringe, doctors extract a mixture of fatty tissue and a group of healthy stem cells. Laboratory technicians then separate the stem and fat cells by using a centrifuge system. From here, the stem cells are placed in a petri dish and given food they need to grow. As the cells grow, they multiply quickly, filling in any gaps or holes. This is very similar to how the body heals wounds. During this phase, the stem cells release a chemical signal, or what is called a growth factor. Growth factors are the cell's language. This is how thousands of cells communicate, enabling each other to do one vital function: repair and regenerate tissue in the body. Growth factors are the critical ingredient used in a revolutionary youth-enhancing system developed by a global leader in this technology.
Stem cell technology is very important to medicine and to the cosmetic industry because it's allowing us to deliver to the body exactly the same growth factors, the same signals that it needs to repair and regenerate the tissues.
When Luminesce is applied to your skin, it's like the same process that the stem cells go through in the petri dish. Growth factors in the Luminesce products talk to your body's cells. The result? A healthier, much younger, better looking.
All right, so you guys saw this video. So this is his technology where it's using the language of stem cells, and he's doing it the first in the world as well, to use the language of stem cells to allow to activate your own stem cells under your skin to regenerate itself. So I'm going to show you some interesting effects of those people who use the technology. Okay, so you can see on the first first slide over here, you can see people with acne. You can see its repair and regenerative power of using your own stem cells to regenerate. So that's the technology that Dr. Nathan Newman has developed. And even for acne scarring, as you can see, the scarring has dramatically reduced because of new skin regenerated. And even if you happen to know anyone with eczema, so if you know people with eczema, you can see after 10 hours later, you can see a very huge difference in impact. Okay, and everyone who uses Dr. Nathan Newman technology actually see their face regenerated. In other words, renewed, regenerated. Okay, so repaired, renewed, and regenerated. So you can see that everyone's face became younger and younger and younger. Now, as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see my video clearly. From my first video, my first picture that I show you until now, I actually became younger and younger as a result as well. So since it's able to regenerate and repair skin, all right, you can see it also on anything that's on damage on the skin, it works. For example, look at this lady. She has a burn, and it could repair the burn as well. This is one of my friends who had an accident in Singapore, and you can see after 3 days of applying the serum, you can see the regenerative power of the growth factor, which is the language of the stem cells that's developed by Dr. Nathan Newman. And you can see this is another WhatsApp of a friend of mine who knows this supermodel. So she captured the conversation and how the skin, get regenerated back with all the collagen. So even if it's wrinkles, you can see this lady, she used for 25 years, she's been using a brand called Mary Kay, and this is what happens. She just go through the normal aging process of having all the wrinkles, but after just 4 months of using Dr. Nathan Newman's growth factors, you can see a drastic reduction in wrinkles because new cells are being regenerated back. So you can see even pigmentation, it can dramatically reduce. So no longer do you need to go for IP or go for any laser, and you can see a drastic reduce in the pigmentation on the face as well. So this has been a very good sign for many old aging people as well, So this technology, Dr. Newman did it, and he's selling it online. So he doesn't sell it in stores. You can find it in stores. You can find it in any other places, and he doesn't advertise at all. So the only way you could buy is buy online through his website, which later on I'll elaborate a little bit more. Okay, if you after listening to this, you want to do this. So what's the difference between his technology and everything else out there is that this is stem cell based. So it actually allows your own stem cells to regenerate yourself. Okay, so it allows your own stem cell to regenerate yourself. So it's different from plant stem cells, because plant stem cells, you could cut the plant stem cells, the leaves of the plant, and the plant could not regenerate it and heal itself. It's different when you cut on your skin, and your skin can regenerate itself. So only human-owned stem cells can regenerate. Plant stem cells can't do that, all right? So this is a stem cell repair, whereas every other technology out there is all symptom repair. So you're going to buy different products to repair different things. And in one bottle of this, for a month usage, that's about $92 US. It's way more cost efficient than everything else out there because there's no advertising involved. They don't pay branding agencies, not like Lancome and all these huge brands, and you can't even get the results as fast as your own stem cells can repair yourself, right? And even if you use any other cheaper brand, there are many people like my wife used to use a brand for 5 years that's like a Korean brand that's cheaper, right? Less than $92 a month. But after 5 years, her wrinkles and her acne was still there. But after using just 3 to 6 months of this serum, everything started to clear up. So eventually, she saved the money that she could have saved for the last 5 years. So it's very cost effective, and it's made in an FDA-approved facility. So this is not the only technology that I got to market online for Dr. Nathan Newman online, but also another technology which is pretty interesting. So watch this. It's about a minute, but it's going to be quite shocking, and watch it.
What you want to do is twist off the top. You want to squirt out a very small amount. Flip the lid over and reseal it. So you can use this file 2 or 3 more times. Is tap a very, very thin layer. I'm just tapping a very thin layer on her skin, but you want to leave it about 10 or 15% damp on the skin. Do not rub it all the way in because the product works as it's drying, so you want it to allow it to do this.
Okay, I'm going to start a timer. I can't see the...
Now, you haven't seen anything yet.
You can You can use Instantly Ageless before or after your makeup. First of all, you want to do all your preventative maintenance and all the good stuff first.
Is it working?
Working.
How long has it been? What do you see? What are you thinking? Okay, was that pretty amazing? Well, I just want to tell you good news and bad news. The good news is you could see the results immediate and it's safe, and even doctors are using it and recommending it to their clients. The only difference is that it is temporary. Okay, it could only last up to 8 hours. So if you want to do you want to have something more permanent, you have to use the growth factors, the language of your own stem cells to regenerate yourself from Dr. Nathan. Now, having said that, now you probably heard of drinking red wine is good for you, but you probably may not know why, right? Actually, Dr. David Sinclair, more than 10 years ago, he's one of the geneticists who's also making age-reversing rail. In fact, he was featured on Time magazine in 2014 as the 100 most influential person. The reason being is because he discovered a compound called resveratrol, which is a natural occurring compound that has the effect of antibiotics. Only difference is that it doesn't have any side effects like antibiotics. So resveratrol was found in red wine by accident. In fact, it's actually found on the skin of grapes. So you can find him on TEDx.com. You can actually go to YouTube and Google David Sinclair, and you can hear him lecture about a cure for aging using resveratrol. And in fact, resveratrol, there are a lot of books on Amazon right now that's writing a lot on it by doctors as well. And if you go online and do some research, there are many university research that shows that resveratrol has anti-diabetic effects. So if you know anyone with diabetes, right, maybe you could get them to drink red wine, okay? And resveratrol also get to kill cancer cells as well. So if you know any cancer patients, this article, this research is very important. You might want to send it to them for them to take a look. And resveratrol also helps people with high blood pressure, because if you have high blood pressure, you could take medication for the entire life. And it also helps with inflammation. So you may wonder, how is resveratrol able to accomplish so many things? Because resveratrol, unlike most health or products or supplement ingredients, resveratrol, what it does, it goes to your DNA and repair your cells on a DNA level. So that's been a very good sign that it could be able to help a lot of people recover from aging diseases. And in fact, if drinking red wine is so good, how much red wine should we drink a day? So I'm going to let Dr. David Sinclair himself show you a video on ABC 7 News that was over 10 years ago that talks about how did he discover resveratrol, and also how much red wine should you drink a day to have an impact on your body. So let's watch this news from Dr. David Sinclair, shall we?
Dr. Sinclair, as I look here, I'm seeing very cute little colored cubes.
Well, these little cubes are actually the protein in our bodies that we believe controls the aging process.
If he is right, Dr. David Sinclair has found one of the genetic keys that will reset our biological clocks.
I think we've passed a turning point in our understanding of the aging process. We found them by accident. We stumbled upon this molecule from red wine. And when I looked on the computer, what is this resveratrol, and found that it was in red wine, I almost fell off my chair. Because, of course, we all have heard that red wine is good for you.
Just so happens, I have red wine.
To your health.
How much of this would I have to drink to really make a difference?
Well, our experiments tell us probably about 1,000 bottles a day.
So 1,000 bottles a day, which is practically not possible, right? So that's why you haven't heard a lot about resveratrol being used in the sector, right? For helping people. You need a huge amount of resveratrol. But however, as you know, technology has been advancing. And Dr. Vincent Jimbaba, who's the medical advisory, and recently actually helped a company develop a reserve as a medical advisor to the company. And there's this product that was created, and inside contains 372 bottles of red wine. It's just a little packet of this thing called Reserve. Inside contains 372 bottles of red wine worth of resveratrol. So that kind of solved the problem. And they sell it online for less than maybe about $3 US, about $3 US per packet, which is cheaper than a bottle of red wine. So when people take this resveratrol, what are the impact that they have when they take this 1 to 2 packets a day of resveratrol. So this lady here, you can see in Asia, all right, she went online to buy the products from these doctors, and you can see the regenerative power of resveratrol. After taking 3 packets a day for 1 year, you can see from the right to the left, you can see a regenerative effects of it. And this is one of my friend's father who's 90 years old. You can see 1.5 months, 2 months, 2.5 months. You could see that hair has been actually regenerated back. Black hair grown back. And there are people who just got stroke, especially those who just got it. If you know anybody who just got stroke, you can see after taking resveratrol, he actually had a very huge impact, and he restored back to normal in just 1 month. And this is my aunt's testimonials that she messaged me, that after she took resveratrol, her diabetic sugar level actually dropped, which is practically the same, just like the research that I've shown you earlier. And this is actually one of my friends in China as well. And the husband, actually, it's really gruesome because he had diabetes, and the bacteria was eating into the leg, and then the doctor says, I have to amputate the leg. If not, you wouldn't be able to live. So the friend recommended him to take resveratrol. So he started taking like 1 packet a week, followed by 2 packets on the second week, and then after a month, you could see new flesh started regenerating back. So after a month, you could see a huge change. All the flesh started to grow back, and that saved his leg. So this is really, resveratrol is really life-saving, and that's why you heard it on the news. When he discovered resveratrol, Dr. Dixon almost fell off his chair. Now you know why it is so huge, such a huge impact on mankind. And this is a thyroid testimonial. This is this lady had lymphoma cancer, and she actually helped and the cancer cells actually got killed because of resveratrol. And so now you have a technology that's also made in an FDA-approved facility, and right now it helps to reduce joint pain because it reduces inflammation. It helps with diabetes and especially high blood pressure as well. So this is it really helps, especially compared to what other health food is out there. What they can do is they're all on the symptom level, whereas this is actually on a cellular level. So this has been a very good sign. It can help a lot of people. Now it comes to a stage where we're going to ask ourselves, so how is that going to do related to crop commerce? So here's where it gets interesting, okay? So with how the doctors get the products all over the world right now, and the products have already been sold over the last 8 years to 140 over countries. And how they were able to do that is because they use e-commerce. And the difference, the way they do e-commerce is that they don't even, unlike most e-commerce companies, they advertise on Facebook, they pay money on advertising on pay-per-click and stuff like that. This company called Jeunesse, which the 2 doctors got a guy who actually is a computer specialist, who's the one who sold NASA for the whole computer system that launched the NASA satellite. So you have a high-tech system behind backing the doctors selling the products through a platform. And they gave this platform a name called Jeunesse, which is a French word for forever young, all right? So they market the technology, their products through this platform. So they wanted a platform where they wanted this product to get into the hands of their customers, and they don't want to spend money on advertising. So what they did was that they part their profits with whoever of their customers who went online to the website to buy the products. They eventually have their own website as well. So it's the first kind of technology business model where if you go online to buy from Jeunesse or buy the products from the doctors, and once you key in your username, just like how you register for Amazon the first time around, and then you select the products that you like to buy, a package or something like that, and then once you check out, once you pay and you check out, automatically your website is created for you. So your website would have a subdomain name. It will be your username that you key in earlier, .jeunesseglobal.com, all right? And you could send this link across social media to anywhere in the world. And people in 145 countries, if they click on your website, even if you don't understand Chinese or Mandarin or even Italian, the moment they click based on their IP address, your website automatically gets translated, okay? So all the products by the doctors, every new product is updated on your website for free. So you have an app that can track your sales in real time. If you do want to promote for them, because the website is free, the moment you went online to buy the products from them, you have a free website already. So it's responsive. So the doctors, when they have a website built for you, in other words, the programming, the functions are done for you, the web design is done for you, just translation to allow you to promote the website to 140 other countries, it's done for you, including like accepting multiple payments in different currencies, including product updates. Whenever the doctors launch a new product, it gets updated automatically on your website without you having to update at all. You don't have to do any quality control. You don't have to do any packing. Neither do you have to do any logistics at all. In fact, some countries like Singapore, we need licensing. They do it for you as well. And there's even a hotline where your customers could call their customer service center if there's any wrong with the shipment or the products or anything, and which you don't have to be involved in. All right, and the app is free. They even provide free marketing tools for you to promote for them. Well, the doctors need you to help them spread their word, so to incentivize you. So there are two major ways, okay, to incentivize you. So it's very interesting. The first way is they share with you a profit because they don't spend money advertising. So that's how it creates a win-win situation. You help them spread, you get paid. So if you send the link to anyone in the world, you can promote it online through Facebook marketing, which later on I'm going to share with you how you can attend all the training on Facebook marketing, how you market around the world for free, okay? So if anyone comes to your website to buy, you can make up to 40% profit. So this business, you practically did not invest anything at all, all right? All you did was just go online and buy the products, and you have a business that you can promote all over the world. And you can't really do that with Amazon or most other online platform, right? So the second thing you can earn is you can earn online and go online and you promote. So anyone who buys, you can make up to 40% profit. The second thing is where it gets interesting. And this is where most companies are unable to do globally, in fact, in 140 other countries. This is where it gets interesting. If someone comes to your website to buy a product, all right, they buy a package, you could make up to 20% profit, for example. And that person, once they buy, they automatically have their own web store already. So in other words, the first time they buy, you get a 20% profit. But the second time when they buy, guess what? You don't earn anything at all anymore because they didn't buy from your website anymore. They have their own website now. So when you buy from their own web store, what you get is all in distributor price, okay? So if it's all in distributor price, if they buy, like say, one box of the Reserve from Dr. Vincent Jumpama online, if they buy a bottle of that serum from Dr. Nathan Newman, that will give you about 60 points, okay? The points for the product sale is the same across the world, okay? So this guy let's say in China, you don't understand Chinese, you send a link to someone in China, the person buys a package, the person has a web store in China. And this guy could send a link to someone in Russia, all right? And Russia could send a link to someone in Africa. So for example, you could be sleeping and earning points. And I'm going to show you guys how the points eventually change for money, okay? And this person could send a link to someone in South America, could send to someone in USA, that could come back to UK, and then back to Singapore or back to China. There's no limit on the chain of web stores that it can go, okay? It's all linked together. So imagine that this guy in Africa, while you were sleeping, if you are like me in Singapore, okay? Different time zone, right? So this guy here buys 10 boxes of the Reserve or 10 boxes of the serum, that will use 600 points. Guess what? The 600 points goes to this person here in India and goes to this person here in China and goes to me or you in Singapore or whichever country you're from. So everybody shares the same amount of executive points. So this guy shares someone in Africa, then share with someone South America to someone in US. If someone US buys one bottle of that Reserve to regenerate the skin, and that 60 points goes to this person in South America, which goes to this person in Africa, and goes to someone in Russia as well as the person in China, and back to this person in, like me, in Singapore or wherever you are. So everyone along the chain gets the same amount of points. All right. So the question is, how long can this chain go? Forever. It can go on forever. There's no limit. For example, imagine if this could spread into 1,000 web stores, right? So if 1,000 web stores right now, that person buys like 2 boxes of the Reserve of resveratrol, okay? And that use 120 points. That means 9,999 of the web stores all will get the 600 points along the chain. So this, why does that erases our selfishness, all right? Imagine this, if this person right now in Africa has a friend in Singapore right now, and I'm in Singapore, example, and this person saying, you know what, I need someone in Singapore to help me explain. So this person here says, if I'm in Singapore, I definitely will help this guy in Africa. So while he's hours away and is almost asleep, or if his friend is in US, he knows a friend in Singapore and he wants me to help, I would help. And I'll talk to his friend, this person, US friend in Singapore, and this friend US Singapore, after my explanation, he decides to go buy the product from his friend because it's recommended by his friend, right? So he goes to his friend to buy the product on his web store. Automatically, this person earns a profit while he's sleeping. So he's really happy because of the teamwork from me, even though I'm like his friend, right? And I barely even know him. But when this guy web store in Singapore joins under this guy, the points goes to everyone along the chain as well, including me. So in other words, I don't lose anything at all. And that's why I would help him, because everyone gets 100% of the points. So how does the points change to money? Okay, the way it works is that you need at least 2 chain of web stores. So repeat after me. How many chains? 2 chain of web stores, just 2, okay? So teach the chain of web stores to expand, to share around the world. And you can use online as well, just like this video that you could share with your friend as well. So you don't have to do any explanation at all. So it's easy as sharing this video to a friend who's looking for an opportunity that doesn't have any risk at all. So can you imagine how does the point change for money while you're sleeping? Well, this person in America, he probably need to buy 5 boxes, example, that use 300 points, which goes to this person in South America, and this person in South Africa, and this person in Australia, and goes to you in Singapore. So now you have 2 chains of web store of accumulated points. Now, it doesn't matter if this guy is active or not. The points just still flow up to you, okay? So once you have 600, 300 points, the system has a fixed way of calculating the commission. So don't ask me, it's just fixed that way. So whenever one chain of unlimited web stores accumulated points is 600 points, reaches 600 points, and the other chain accumulates 300 points, or either vice versa on either side, 2 chains only, you get $35 US. So $35 US. So can you imagine if 10,000 person gets 600 points, every 9,909 web stores all get the same amount of points, the company will go bankrupt, right? So that's why the company, I'm sorry, has to have limit. So the maximum $35 that you can make, okay, the batches of $35 when 300, 600, 300, 600 points, maximum you can make is only 750 times a week. They have to have a cap. If not, the company will be paid. So the maximum you can make from this global franchise around the world is 26,250 US weekly. And you practically did not invest a single cent. So who do you think is suitable for this business? Well, if you know friends who are stay-home mom and they're looking for a way which has no risk, and women that needs to use it for their own health, they need the products anyway from the doctors that are proven backed by science. And if they want to do this business with no risk, this is good for them, because then they can spend time to look after the children and don't have to suffer the guilt. Now, if someone will ever have a job, we know that in a job, one day definitely will have to retire, which is a nicer word to say than being cut off from our job. All right, being given a golden handshake, or some people they get fired. Okay, it happens because it's not your company. So definitely you'll be fired one day if you're replaceable, because you're replaceable. And this could be a backup plan for someone like that, and it doesn't have any risk. So if someone is doing an actual business right now, and you know in business you invest a lot of money, you could lose a lot of money. So if people who are doing in the business, they could do this as an alternative to back them up. And in other words, this could create a passive income, which could mean financial freedom to someone. So if someone who's already rich, they want to do this because they have to invest lots of money in property to gain a lot of money, right? So I remember I was doing real estate. I had to help my clients to get a property that could yield $3,000 a month rental. The person would have to put in at least $2 million. Now with this 26,250 US a week with zero investment, think about the ROI. That's why it appeals to some of my clients as well. Because the ROI is nothing. You didn't invest anything at all into the platform, the system, everything. The global logistics is done for you, and yet you could make up to 26,250 US a week in passive rental income. All right. So this is amazing. And what more is that as percentage of the profit from the doctors and the products, the maximum they ever Jeunesse pays out is 60%, just to let you know. So there's a limit, okay? So whatever part of the profits actually went into Jeunesse Kids, which is the charitable arm, and it worked with free charity, we.org, and you can find out more about we.org online, okay? It's supported by many celebrities like Alicia Keys and many other singers as well, okay? And basically because of that, we have already helped more than 2 million refugees and homeless around the world. And for the last 8 years, although I've been doing this only for 4 years, all right, I've been able to donate to a lot of people as well. And we have built together with the doctors, and through the proceeds of the profits of the sale of the products, they've actually Jeunesse has built more than 650 schools around the world. So I'm going to show you just a brief video of about a minute on what Jeunesse has accomplished so far. All right, so enjoy. Just a minute, 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm just going to stop over here, okay, and go on to the next slide. So what does it cost to start this business? Well, practically zero, because everything is done for you, okay? You get a well-known notice. You don't have to keep selling, because if you build franchising, 2 stores and they expand, that's where passive income, that's why you don't have to keep selling forever. There is, at some point in this business, you get it, you'll start getting passive income at some point if you do this business. All you have to do is just go online, and you have to go through someone's web store, right? So you got to ask the person who invited you to watch this video, how do you get the products at a better price online, and they'll teach you how to do that based on proven, backed by science ingredients that this doctor's products have, okay? And why do I say 100% success training? Because in this business, I've built this business for 4 years, and I'm so blessed that right now I have 40 over 1,000 web stores in 55 countries right now. All right, and that's why I'm passively being able to build this around the world, and I can be here to testify that. And why is it 100% success rate? It's only for those who really do the business, because everyone's website is exactly the same. You have the exact same website as me. You have the exact same products as me, exact same access to doctors as me. So that's why we have a proven success system that you could follow. If you could follow instructions and follow exactly to the T, we're going to share with you exactly how to build a business. So we have a proven system that will teach you for free. You don't have to pay us. It's not like some seminars that you attend that you have to pay for the course, and then after that, they ask you to pay for more courses or some extra software. There is no software. Everything is done instantly the moment you check out from the web store, all right, on Jeunesse website. And you know what? In this platform, you're going to have many multi-millionaires is going to teach you how to build a business. There's no other business out there that you pay them nothing and they're going to teach you except on this platform. Because remember, the crowd commerce platform, when you succeed, everyone else will succeed as well, right? As you can see the point system, how it works. And every month for me and my team is called We Global. So I call it We Global because it's all about we. And we're doing this together and we're doing it globally, right? So every week, I also teach extra ways, in fact, you only need 2 web stores, but you want to expand even more to 2 web stores, you can do that. And I provide a monthly training on Facebook marketing, because Facebook is ever changing. So every month there'll be new skills that you can learn about Facebook from my tested proven strategies to share with you, and it's all absolutely free for the rest of your life. Okay. And then, as you know, passive income can start beginning with 2 stores, and you can expand this in up to 145 countries. So what's the reason for starting right now? So here's the reason why. Since every one of us can only have 2 web stores, one on the left, one on the right. For example, if right now you start the business, all right, under my organization or under someone or the person who recommended you, that person recommended you is going to start sharing with someone else as well, right? So can you imagine what's going to happen? So that your friend of yours tomorrow is going to share with someone else, and the 3rd web store comes in. That person cannot be on the 3rd chain. The maximum chain you can have is 2. So the person that your next friend that share with would naturally have to come under you or under the 2nd person on the other chain. So your friend who introduced you will have to choose their next web store should be under you or under someone else. So can you imagine the next web store that comes on you when the person purchased the package or the product, the points you get as well. So you don't even know this person as well at all, but yet you get 100% of the points. And not only that, this person could be like me, who built 44,000 web stores, and you could jolly well enjoy the 44,000 web stores points, even though you don't know this person, because this is your friend's friend, right? But then you will love this person, and the person will love, and you will love this person, and my friend, your friend's friend, now has become your friend. So can you imagine this can happen all over the world? Can you imagine that this could be you? This could be your friend who recommended you in India and recommended you in United States of America or any other country. And the next friend they recommend could be from China, and then he throws this person down from China under you. And this China person expanding in China, and you get to earn points and have business in China, even though you know no one in China. So that's why this business, the earlier come in, you have a bigger advantage. You have a big advantage, all right? And just ask yourself, do you know at least 2 people that can give you 30 minutes or 40 minutes to just take a look at this video, or at least hear from you to present this presentation, right? It's always better if you are the one that's sharing this. So you can actually use this presentation and watch it many times and learn how to do it yourself, because the PowerPoint will be given. So you can ask your friend who invited you, how do you get a PowerPoint to do it, okay? So all you have to do is 2 friends. Do you know 2 friends who can benefit from Dr. Nathan Newman's skin regeneration strategy? Technology that can regenerate, renew, and repair the skin. At least 2 people can benefit from him. At least 2 people can benefit from resveratrol. It's health restoring technology, right? As you can see, a lot of testimonials that has been proven and helped all these people around the world. And basically, you know, at least 2 full friends who would like to build a global business around the world that can give them more freedom, that can be a backup for them, that is no investment but unlimited high ROI. All right, since the maximum is $26,250 US a week, which is like $100 grand a month. Are there people already earning this amount? There are. At least about 200 people already are earning something like that. There are millionaires in this business, okay? So it's a proven platform. So I'll be here to guide you as well. If you're in my team, I welcome you to WeGlobal, because in WeGlobal, we have Facebook and marketing and other online marketing training every single month, and it's always free forever for the people, you know, in WeGlobal as well, right? So all you have to do is ask yourself, how do you get started? Ask yourself, do you want to get younger by using Dr. Nathan Newman technology, using his Lumina serum, or do you want to get healthier and regenerate, you know, and repair the cells internally in your body using resveratrol and Dr. Vincent G. Papa's own technology? So you got to ask yourself, which is the one you want, or you want both beauty and health, all right? So you want more or less discount, because there are packages that has more or less discount. It also depends on what you have. If you really have health issues right now, there are packages that will help you to get better. And if you're having huge problem right now, you should get the bigger package, which works out to be about $15 to $20 US a day only, to actually help you total repair and regenerate package. Okay, so there's that package for you. It's called Ambassador Package. And then there is a package if you don't have huge problem, but you do have some minor issues like occasional joint pains, occasional migraine, and maybe, you know, that's called sub-health level. You could get a smaller package, which is about $1,000 for a 3-month, you know, therapy to get some results out of it. And if you're a young person, if you really don't have any problem now, you just want to do maintenance, and you have like no issues, and you're young like me, and you just want to maintain, you know, there are also smaller packages that's suitable for you as well. So you choose the one that's most suitable for you, all right? There are packages that allow you to earn more. So ask your friend who invited you, how can I earn more if you want to get started? If doing business is what you want. If it's just trying out the products first before you start sharing, there's packages for that as well. So choose the right package for you, okay? And that's the training. All right, after this training, you can attend the next training. Just ask your friend who invited you, how do you get to the next training? He'll probably be able to send you the link. And it's a half-an-hour training that will teach you how to hit $10,000 US in the next 30 days. So this is possible, and I'll share with you why it's possible. It's only a matter of whether you're hardworking or not. That's all. It's as simple as that. So that ends my sharing session. I hope you guys find this very interesting. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon in my Facebook training or my future trainings on the 10,000 in 30 days training. And I look forward to helping you and your family, like how this business has helped me and my kids. You know, we travel around the world. In fact, after doing Jeunesse the last 2 years, I brought my kids to more countries than I've ever been for the last 37 years of my life. So I wish that for you, and I wish to help more families to be able to achieve that. So thank you very much for spending the last 40 minutes here with me, or, you know, almost an hour with me. I God bless you, and look forward to a better future as we build this business and we help more people succeed. At the same time, help more people improve their health. At the same time, we help to contribute to Jeunesse Kids to help people, especially kids who can't help themselves. So thank you very much, and take care, all right? And bye-bye.